how you can still have dust control even though you're not using any water whatsoever. Actually, the primary source of the dust control is a fan with a baghouse on it. It's basically what and if I use the word vacuum, this is not a vacuum machine. Okay, what we brought you is a mechanical machine. It operates like a broom and dustpan type of design. Okay, so the basic highlights of it: we've got side brooms on each side. Okay, and then there's a main broom in the back. Okay, and what we're doing is the side brooms are actually giving you a 10-foot sweeping pack. So the side brooms are actually steel, and they're kind of scrubbing any kind of hard material. Maybe you have some takedown stuff or anything. I'm not quite sure if you do or not, but the steel kind of gives it a little bit more of a scrub. Okay, the side brooms direct the material to the middle of the sweeper, back towards the main broom. The main broom is going to flick the material onto a conveyor belt up into the hopper. That's the basic operation of the sweeper. Now, as far as the dust control system goes on this machine, the primary source of dust control is going to be in this box back here is a baghouse. Okay. Behind that is the fan that is creating the airflow going through the system. Okay. It is not a vacuum. You're not trying to seal to the ground or anything like that. Okay. The only purpose of that fan is to capture all airborne dust particles. Okay. So basically how we do that, we can kind of come over this way a little bit with the dust control. Now through this tube here, once the hopper is down and everything, it'll be pulling airborne dust particles up through the tube. That's the only thing that goes through the tube is just airborne dust particles. Okay. Okay. The rest of the material gets directed to the middle, to the main broom, and up the conveyor belt. Okay. Now, from into the conveyor belt, everything is really being directed to the hopper. Now, in the hopper, unfortunately, it kind of sticks, but in the top of the hopper there, you can see a mesh screen. Can you see? You almost have to come over here. There's a mesh screen up there.
Oh, okay.
And basically, what that mesh screen is doing is helping to prevent anything but dust particles getting to the filter. Okay, I don't care if it's an empty potato chip bag. The mesh screen is going to stop it and everything will melt it down. Or leaves or any of that kind of stuff. You might get some broken up particles of leaves, but that's not really going to damage too much. Okay? Now, as far as the filter goes, that's actually a sample piece of the filter itself. The filter is technically a dry element filter, but as you can see, it's not like it's a paper filter like an air filter or something like that. It's a long-term filter. In your application, there are some things that you need to do. You need to shake the filter out regularly at the end of every shift to present any kind of caking or anything. And how that's going to happen, I can sweep all day long and not get the filter wet. I can clean the machine every day and not get the filter wet. But what I can't control is Mother Nature. If it's a heavy dew night or there's a lot of humidity or something like that, I can't control it. It gets wet. Okay. I don't want the filter to get soaked. Okay, but there's going to be an outside film. Now, if you touch that, you notice there was a protective coating on one side,
right,
which is the dirty side, and the clean side is not protected. There's a hydraulic shaker underneath the filter to clean it.
I was just going to ask.
Hydraulic shaker underneath it to clean it. Basically what it does is it picks up the bags and drops them. Okay? And what you're looking for that pop. Okay? So that's how you're going to get the clean out of it. But if you do have that, getting back to the dew situation, if you do have a heavy dew night or something like that, basically it's a self-drying filter because of where the fan is located. So if you turn the fan on in the morning before you exposed it to new material, okay, if you turn it on for say 5 to 10 minutes or so, depending on how much dew it is, it will dry itself. Okay, so you don't have to really do anything other than just be aware that, you know, I can't control Mother Nature. Okay, I can control almost everything else. You can use water at the same time as the dust control fan. It is not going to get the filter wet because the only thing that gets out of this hopper is going to be airborne dust particles. Anything with a moisture content to it is no longer going to be airborne. Okay, it's not going to be light enough to go through the top of the hopper and then through the tortuous path that we have getting to the filter. Okay. Okay, but if to make this the most versatile dust control machine that's out there, you can use a combination of both. Okay, so I have individual switches that I can turn on water on the side room, either side room, or on the main room. There's 3 different switches, so you can isolate where you want the water to be. Sometimes I run with water on the main room regularly to help dumping dust control, but you can do whatever it takes. Did I say that? Whatever it takes to control dust, okay? And not be concerned about getting the filter wet. Now I'm going to tell you the best sweeping quality that you're going to get is actually going to be the dryer is going to be the better. Your 74 horse engine on the back. Okay, that's what the auxiliary engine is, what runs all of the sweeper components and the fan, all the sweepers. So the hopper itself is about 4.5 yards and usable. I'm going to tell you it's probably about 3 to 3.5 at the most. Primarily because in the top of the hopper we need to have airflow to be able to control the dust. Okay.